Welcome to Nystrom Education, the leading producer of maps and globes in the United States. Exploring Where and Why is a hands-on program for social studies. This session is designed to provide you with an overview of your resources and how they work. This is Miss Stephanie. Miss Stephanie is a fabulous educator, but she doesn't have time to sort through all of her Exploring Where and Why resources at this moment. She needs somebody to just tell her what she has and how to use them. This is Lynn. She is a Nystrom certified facilitator and an elementary teacher. She uses Exploring Where and Why in her classroom, and she would love to share with you about Exploring Where and Why's third grade program, People and Places Everywhere. Lynn would like to start by showing you what all is on your cart. First, she has 6 activity globes. The globes are different from other grade levels because they are developmentally and age appropriate for third graders. Actually, everything on the cart is specifically designed to meet the developmental needs of third graders. Are you looking for some great nonfiction text? Well, if you are, here it is. Students love interacting with the small chunks of text, graphic organizers, maps, charts, and pictures. You receive 15 MapChamp atlases as part of your cart. As part of your Exploring Where and Why program, you also receive 30 double-sided maps of the community. One side of the map is of an urban community and the other side is of a rural community. In addition to the previously mentioned desk maps, you also receive 30 double-sided political maps, with one side focusing on the United States and the other side focusing on the world. You also receive 6 raised relief maps as part of your Exploring Where and Why program. You also receive 2 wall maps. They mirror your desk maps on communities, one being urban and the other being rural. Exploring Where and Why is a hands-on, minds-on learning experience. Now that you know what all is included in your Exploring Where and Why program, let's take a look at your teacher's guide. It's laid out in an easy-to-follow manner. Let's look. Inside your teacher's guides, one of the first things you'll find is an explanation of what Exploring Where and Why is. It is a hands-on, minds-on social studies program that reinforces reading, writing, math, and more. Exploring Where and Why is an activity-based learning program. We, those of us who teach social studies, know how important it is for students to be exposed to the vocabulary and content of the social studies. We want our students to be responsible citizens, to be sensitive to other people's culture, to use critical thinking, and to be successful. Those are also the characteristics behind what Exploring Where and Why strives to do. Here is an example from your teacher's guide regarding your scope and sequence. You'll see here that we address many different areas of the social studies, and sometimes the content that is introduced at the kindergarten level is again visited at the first, second, and even the third grade levels, building upon the background knowledge that students have learned the year before, an important feature in Exploring Where and Why. In your program, there are 6 units of study. Each unit consists of 2 to 6 lessons, and each lesson is made up of 2 to 5 activities. The tab dividers between each unit provides basic information regarding the unit, such as approximately how long it takes to complete the unit, what lessons are included, and it provides you with additional information such as literature that can be included to support the material being learned. On the back of each tab is a letter home that helps parents to know what's being taught and how they can extend the learning at home. These letters are available in Spanish on our website. I'll show that to you shortly. Remember that each lesson has 2 to 5 activities. Each lesson begins with an overview and a statement of the activities and goals for that particular lesson. Look at the sidebar on the left. Here you can find objectives for the activity, important content vocabulary, and a list of the materials needed for that specific activity. The activity itself begins with a Getting Started section. Then it moves into a step-by-step teaching section. If you're short on time, you'll appreciate having these ready-to-go lessons. Each activity in Exploring Where and Why provides instruction for summarizing and assessing, and many of our activities include an opportunity to extend the lesson into other disciplines such as math, science, or the arts. While each activity has its own closure, or summarizing and assessing activity, So does each lesson have its own closure. In addition, each unit also has its own closure. Your literacy library is your final cart component we want to share. There are 12 books in your literacy library, both fiction and nonfiction. Each book in your Exploring Where and Why library is correlated to the activities with which it fits best. As you can see, many of the books fit more than one activity. I have found that a lot of teachers like to use the books in multiple places, as it helps to give the students a better understanding of the book itself, as well as understanding purpose for reading. Each book in your literacy library comes with a variety of lesson plans for which you can choose, or use something of your own choosing. As you can see from this example, on the same day in March, you can include activities that cross over with reading, writing, social studies, math, science, critical thinking, and art. Thank you for joining me today for Exploring Where and Why 101, Session 1, the Overview. To complete the course, please do the assignments here on this slide and send those to me at pgothart@nyströmeducation.com. I look forward to reading your assignments and seeing what all you have to share with us. Once I've read those assignments, I'll get your certificate of completion out to you right away. Again, thank you and enjoy your Exploring Where and Why program.